And we should be live. Let me just double check. Yes, so we are live on YouTube. So today we're going to be doing a follow-up on the video that I done yesterday called iGaming SEO strategy, I believe it was. iGaming SEO. So yesterday's video we were talking about a iGaming SEO website. Let me just pause that. Basically, this website was Ask Gamblers, and I got a lot of people tweeting me within the past 24 hours talking about their link building strategy and how we can essentially replicate it on our website. So this is going to be a follow-up. I'm not just going to be looking at Ask Gamblers link building profile. I'm going to be pulling up a couple different websites, and we're going to be like looking at a universal link building strategy. This isn't just going to apply to just iGaming or gambling affiliate sites or just gambling casinos and stuff. This will apply to literally every single industry that you can possibly think of. Now, a few things that Ask Gamblers obviously do is they do a lot of tiered link building. They have got a lot of guest posts. They have got a lot of niche edits as well. So they are actively doing outreach every single month. Then they are also doing PR as well, which we'll get into, and also we'll get into like how you can get the most bang for your buck as well when you are doing any form of link building for iGaming. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So a few things that I want to touch on before we actually get into the actual iGaming SEO link building strategy is the fact that every single website that you do look at in the iGaming industry is they understand really good on-page SEO. So it doesn't matter if we're looking at gambling.com, it doesn't matter if we are looking at Ask Gamblers. They have got really good on-page SEO to begin with. And they also structure their content very, very well, which means when they start actually getting links, they will essentially pass power to the pages that they actually care about. So if you think of your website as a whole, whether you are a casino website trying to grow your SEO or whether you're a iGaming affiliate, there are going to be pages on your website that won't earn you millions of pounds or thousands of pounds at that matter, but they're just supporting articles. And the last thing you want to be doing is distributing page rank to pages that don't pass you that much power. That's not to say completely don't internally link to them, but what these guys do, like the Ask Gamblers of the world, the gambling.com of the world, they internally link to the pages that they care about the most from their strongest pages. So, for example, if we take one step back, right, any website on planet Earth, there might be some caveats to this, but any website on planet Earth, the strongest page will be their homepage, because naturally speaking, you're going to get the most amount of links to your homepage, which then means from an internal linking point of view, you need to be internally linking to your most important pages, whether it be in blogs, whether it be in money pages, such as what gambling.com have done. So like online betting, online poker, online bingo, online casino, online slots, online lottery. Those are probably the biggest money makers for gambling.com. That's why they've internally linked it as high up as they can on their homepage. And again, it's essentially the micro and macro content. So you want to be internally linking not just on solely on your homepage, but on any page, whether it be in a blog. It needs, if you have internally links higher up the page, they pass more power. And these guys, they've done that very well. Same goes with Ask Gamblers, as you can see, online casinos, casino bonuses, casino games, casino complaints, and they also have a forum section where you can file your complaints about any untrustworthy casinos. But then they also have linked to a load of casinos as well, so like Mr. Rex, Virgin Games Casino, Mad Slots, and all of these will be earning Ask Gamblers money. So prior to even touching the link building or the off-page SEO side of stuff, especially in iGaming, you want to make certain that your on-page SEO is spot on. Otherwise, you're just going to be burning a lot of money. But I'm going to make the assumption that anybody that is watching this video does have good on-page SEO. They have structured their website out very well. They have covered the topic in its entirety. They do have topical authority. Again, this is quite a big assumption that I am making, but again, iGaming is not for everybody. It is a more difficult and lucrative industry. So my assumption right now for anybody that is watching this is that they are pretty advanced SEO. However, they might not know the how-tos on off-page SEO, and that's where this video comes in. But if you haven't done all of this already, I highly recommend you guys do this. If you guys want me to take a look at your website, I can potentially give you a helping hand. The link to my website is in the description. Just click that. You can book me out for a free 15-minute strategy call. But let's actually get into the actual strategy that both Ask Gamblers and Gambling.com have been doing for their off-page SEO side of stuff. So let's take a look at the backlinks. Now, one thing that they have been doing is that they do get a lot of niche relevant websites, and because Gambling.com, they are in sports betting, they're in casino, they're in slots, they're literally in every single type of online casino or adult industry. They can get very, very broad links. So like, for example, Bet Texas obviously links to Gambling.com, and this is a website solely talking about betting in Texas. So just from a domain point of view, this is a highly relevant domain. The content's relevant, and also the sentence that they are getting the actual internal link or the link from, it will also be relevant. So they have hit 3 points of relevancy: domain relevancy, page relevancy, and also sentence relevancy as well. So this is like a top, like a 10 out of 10 type link, right? But there's only going to be a finite amount of these links. So like, for example, if we take a look here, casinos.com. Now, casinos.com is actually owned by Gambling.com. It's the same owners. So that's why they are probably linking from one another. So again, a lot of people do ask me, can I link one website to another website? Both these websites are doing very well. I can pull up Ahrefs for casinos.com. And if we take a look at these guys, casinos.com, last time I checked anyway, they were ranking very well. Let's just take a look here. If we take a look, as you can see, they did have a slight dip in November, but they are back for the keywords. The traffic value isn't just back yet, but they are slowly creeping back up. So as you can see, both websites are performing well. They do link from casinos.com to gambling.com, so just bear that in mind. Some people are sometimes scared to do that. It clearly is working right now. Now, they have got a lot of websites, like for example, Bet Carolina, so it's a betting website in Carolina. One thing that wouldn't surprise me, because I know the organization that owns gambling.com, they are big, they do have deep pockets. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually own Bet Carolina and Bet Arizona and stuff like that. They might be building out like almost not a PBN network, but a network of websites, of betting websites, to help power up gambling.com. So sometimes when we are looking at these links, they can be their own website. So just bear that in mind. Again, bookies.com is another gambling.com website, or owned by gambling.com, and same goes with like Bet Kentucky, Bet California. So in some cases, if you do have the budget, definitely go and build out your own network of websites, and it will definitely help, as we can see here. Now, if you don't, you will need to do outreach such as guest posting, niche edits, etc. My always go-to strategy for the iGaming industry is you can never go wrong with linking to your homepage. Doing branded links to your homepage helps massively, especially if you do have a good on-page SEO internal linking strategy like what these guys have here. The other thing that I would like to mention as well is that they do a lot of guest posting. So like, for example, Sportskeeda, as you can see, it links to gambling.com. It links to their sports betting boxing page, and they do very well from the sports betting boxing page as well. So that is another type of link. One thing that I do want to try to find out is I want to try and pinpoint some guest posts that they have. So if we take a look here, this is just a guest post website that links through to them. Again, this guest post website, this is only there to pass power. It's not got the relevance, it's not got a niche relevant, so the domain isn't that relevant. It's called airdroid.com. It is not page level relevance. There's no page level relevance. There is no sentence level relevance either. So as you can see, we've got essentially two types of links. We've got one type of link that's super relevant, but then you've also got the other side of the spectrum where it's just there to pass power. And again, in the gambling industry, a lot of the time, you do run out of super niche relevant websites. So you do need to kind of lower your expectations when you are doing any form of link building, and then start to essentially say, right, okay, I've got the 10 out of 10 links. Let's see if there's any 8 out of 10 links where it might not be as relevant. The page might be relevant. But again, in the iGaming industry, it's very much who can build the most amount of links. Again, you do need to look at some form of quality. That's not to say just binning off every type of like every quality metric that you have. That's not the case, but in some cases you do need to essentially lower your expectations. Like for example here, they have got Cafe John's, if it loads. But basically, like, it's a website talking about like coffee shops, for example. It's not going to be as relevant as some of the other stuff, but it is linking to gambling.com. It is passing power. So yeah, but then again, you do have, for example, websites like this where it is relevant. So again, they are doing a mixture of both. They do have the super relevant websites, they do have the not so relevant websites, but it does pass a lot of power. And again, it does look like they are using AI to write their guest post articles as well. So that being said, they are doing a mixture of both. So yeah, right. So now that we understand from a guest posting and also link building point of view what they are doing, let's take a look at one step further. So I want to focus a little bit more on the tiered link building side of stuff as well. So if we do a couple filters on Ahrefs, such as do follow, backlink type in content, and we're going to do a DR range of, let's say, 25 and above. So we're going to go from 112,000 links down to 31,000 links. Now, one thing that they should be doing, now they are doing this in some cases, but they also aren't doing this. But they should be doing tiered link building, which they are on some websites such as like BMMA magazine. But yeah, so they do have some tiered links going through to this, which is good to see. So basically what I'm looking at here is the links that are going through to their links. So if you can imagine, you've got your guest posts and your niche edits down here, you've got your money site down here, and these essentially link back up to your money site. But then you essentially should be powering up your guest posts and your niche edits with what's called tiered link building. So your tier 2s would link to your guest posts, which would then link to your money site. So when the best way that you can basically see this is doing these filters. So do follow in content, and then DR range of, you could even lower the DR range, but I typically look at DR ranges from 25 and above or 30 and above. And then you can filter by referring domains, and that is basically the amount of referring domains that goes specifically through to this URL. Now, one thing that you should bear in mind when you are doing this filter is, if, say, for example, it's a homepage, of course it's going to have tiered links going through to it. But if it's an inner page, there might not necessarily always be tiered links going through to it. So if we actually flip the switch, so if we take a look at kiwislots.nz, now this is a New Zealand based website talking about slots, or about casino, should I say. So it's a super relevant link. However, this page doesn't have any tier 2 links going through to it. So if they have acquired this link for, let's say, $500 or $600, they might have done outreach. They've spent the $500-600 acquiring the link, but they've actually not powered that link up. So again, it's a very much wasted opportunity. Saying that. Now, one thing I will say is that it did get picked up in 29th of January 2024. So it is March as of recording, or as of doing this live stream. So this might change. They might have a process internally where they do guest posts or niche edits, and then in, let's say, 2 months' time, they might start hitting this with tier 2 links. So let's not be quick to judge on that, but if I was them, I would definitely build tiered links through to this URL, mainly because it's, first of all, a domain relevant website, it's niche relevant, and the actual website or the page itself is talking about casino, and it's linking through to their Spins Casino page as well. So again, just the relevancy lines up perfectly. It's just a wasted opportunity that they aren't building any tiered links through to it. They do have a lot of these. So, like, for example, they have got a German website. Now, again, the relevancy isn't as super relevant, but one thing to remember about gambling.com is that they also do have a German version of the website. So there is some form of relevancy there. Obviously, the geo is relevant, so it's a .de domain. Again, I would have liked to have seen a couple tier 2 links going through to that page. And again, it's very much basic stuff that they are missing out on. They're doing a lot of things right, don't get me wrong. But just the basics, like doing tier 2 links, like, for example, they've got a Muay Thai kickboxing website. Again, muaythai.com. And then the page itself, the inner page is / UFC fighters who train Muay Thai. And then it's linking through to their Canadian version of their sports betting page. Now, again, super relevant link. No tier 2s going through to this. So again, it's something to bear in mind when you are doing link building, especially in the harder industries. Definitely do tier 2 links. And I'll give you one last example, because I don't want to be wasting everybody's time just going on and on about tier 2 links. But let's say I am your competitor. Let's say you're 123gambling.com and I'm casual-gambling.com. And we both acquire a link from Forbes, right? You have a link, I have a link, 2 links going through to our websites. If you were to go and power up your Forbes link with tier 2s, ultimately you have a better Forbes link than I do. So just bear that in mind. You are getting more power, you're getting more relevance from that Forbes link just by doing some tiered links. And again, tiered links, Searcheroo does them. They're not expensive by any means. I want to say that we sell them for $30. I could be wrong in saying that. Yeah, $30 a link. Hit 4 or 5 of these to each of your guest posts and it'll work wonders. Again, not many people are doing that. And again, this isn't just an iGaming SEO link building strategy. If you guys are in any other vertical, you can definitely do tiered links. The only one thing that I would say is that the guys that are doing tiered links, they mainly do it in finance, gambling, CBD, and porn. Not many other industries do it. So again, if those guys are doing it, and let's say you're a local business that you're trying to rank higher in Google, if those guys are doing it, if you're replicating, let's say, the top 1% of SEOs to your little, let's say, local plumbing business in Wyoming, you're gonna see a lot of good results by doing that. So yeah, that has been my iGaming SEO link building strategy. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. If you guys do want a free 15-minute growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out kazra-.com. The link is in the description. Thanks.